Is there? I'm trying again. I had quite a mess. Hopefully this works. I have to do something totally different this time, guys. So if anyone is on here, no one is, but I'll wait and see. Maybe people will come back. I had a few complainers there, which I understand now was totally legitimate. But I'm trying again, but I have to you're just gonna have to look at my face this time while I read articles. Isn't that gonna be fun? I'm not gonna read articles though, and I'm gonna move around, but you know, if you're there, hopefully, let's see, I'm sorry, I have to put my finger in front of your faces there for a second. What do I do? I can't, oh, there it is. Hi, thanks for coming back. We're trying, if you can hear me this time, I'm just not gonna show pictures. Well, yeah, I'm on my phone now. So there's like a major malfunction with that speaker, so that's all right. You guys are just gonna have to watch me look at the computer and deal with it. So if I go out of the screen and you go, oh, you're not there anymore, there's a reason for it. So I'm trying to set it up where this is kind of the same, but it's hard. And I wanted to move the computer as far away as possible because it is a horrible fan noise. By the way, I know how horrible of a fan noise that noise was. So what I was going to talk about, which is I'm just going to get right to the point. If anyone else jumps in, that's awesome. I'm going to get to the point. I wanted to talk about cryptocurrency, and I'm going to give some news on that. Then I'm going to talk about one of the Q drops specifically. I'm not going to go over them all. I'm not a Q connoisseur. I mean, I can read it and understand it, but I'm not going to go over it for you guys because you guys have people you already watch for that. There's so many good people. So, and if you have questions, I can see the chat. You can let me know. Then I'm going to be talking about Brennan and what the Q drop has to do with that, in my opinion. And I've got some quantum computer news, some AI quantum computer news. So I'm starting 45 minutes later than I planned to because my microphone was messing up, but that's okay. So here we are. I've got 7 people, and even if there was just one, I would do this. So if it's buffering, then you just got to change your speed on your, set it to HD or something, because it's not me, I don't think. But hold on. I'll get off my Wi-Fi so I took it off Wi-Fi because somebody was concerned about buffering, and the buffering could be on that end, it could be on my end. I took it off Wi-Fi so that there's no buffering on my end. But if you have buffering, this is set up to do like HD video. So if it's buffering for you, then just set it to the HD or a higher content. So it should be better. But I took it off Wi-Fi. That might have been my fault. Sometimes things are my fault. It happens once in a while. So in cryptocurrency news, here's the news. China is going to ban mining of cryptocurrency. Hello. Oh, hello, Urban Silver Stacker. I'm going to talk crypto right now. So I think you'll find this interesting. China is banning the mining of cryptocurrency. I had some graphs to show you. I'm not going to show you now, but that's okay. And just know this, that cryptocurrency is very, very, very energy inefficient. Very energy inefficient. In fact, it takes like 55 terawatts or whatever not just to mine it, but not just to mine the cryptocurrency, but to actually have cryptocurrency. Bitcoin specifically I'm looking at right now. So let's see, Bitcoin on October of 2018 was up to 75 terawatts. And in January, it came down a little bit, but this is a huge energy. So just to give you an idea, on your own time, like you can take a note, but you can look up what is called Three Gorges. It's the Three Gorges Dam in China, and it is the #1 energy producing facility in the world, and it is only producing 93 terawatts annually. And so if you need 75 terawatts for Bitcoin on a regular basis, and the largest dam is not producing energy for people's homes or their electricity, it's actually producing energy for Bitcoin, right? So with that being said, I wouldn't buy it, but you could say, well, I do own it, and that's okay, right? Because the price is going to go up because you can't mine it in China, which is where we're getting our cheapest mining. We not being me, okay? I don't buy it, but I don't believe in it. I think, but it doesn't matter. I believe in it. It exists, and I understand why people want it, but it's not tangible. I don't trust it. Anyway, so we're going to have to pay for our cryptocurrency from other places, and it's going to go up in price, but it's all going to blow up because the amount of energy it takes for crypto is just absolutely enormous. Thanks for coming back, Black Eagle. Appreciate it. So when I tell you that when Newt Gingrich said that whoever gets 5G is going to own the world currency, this is what I think he meant. He was probably talking about like a cryptocurrency one world currency, because we're going to need to use quantum computers to be able to because they don't expend that kind of energy to do some kind of cryptography currency. And so with quantum computing and 5G, you could do that. And that's why the first one to have 5G would be running the one world currency, or be running maybe it wouldn't be a one world currency like that, like New World Order, but more like we would have the most leverage with it, because nobody else could get it because they wouldn't have quantum computing, so they wouldn't be able to use that currency unless we offered them some kind of quantum computing abilities, and then they could use our currency. So it could be the mark of the beast, or it could be something good. But I say get out of it, especially if the price starts going up. Just get out. I think it's going to explode in their faces. So that's my news on cryptocurrency. Nothing backs it. They're not, dollars barely back it, but we have spot price for gold and silver for a reason. So that means you can hold it and spend it. Yes, you can cash it in for dollars because we have a value on it. Whether you agree with what the value is or not doesn't matter. It has a value. So you can use it. And the energy expended on it is only when it's mined, and then when it's, when they're going to refine it. That's the energy. And then now that I own a piece of silver, which this is one of my new ones I got, Elementals that, went out of business, but can still get their cool stuff. So now this isn't expending any energy except the energy that I'm using to hold it in the air for you right now. As it sits on my desk, it doesn't have a problem. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, is expending some 75,000 terawatts on a regular basis. So it's a huge energy waste. All right, so I am also going to talk on one of the Q drops, which was the 3317 Q drop 3317, where we listened to Joe DeGenova. I have a hard time saying that right. And he talks about the 4 FBI contractors from 4 years ago. And I'm going to mention that Brennan paid McKinsey and Company in 2015 $10 million. And I'm thinking, well, I've talked about McKinsey and Company. I've done research on McKinsey and Company. Geez. I'm sorry. I had a thing pop up. Anyway, I've done research on McKinsey and Company. I've talked about McKinsey and Company. And the first time I talked about them, I'll get back to that. But McKinsey and Company, I'm thinking they're probably using some kind of quantum computing, and that's why he paid them. Well, that would make sense. I figure they probably had a quantum computer. So a quantum computer would do faster gathering of information, like they said they were gathering information up to 4 years ago. It'd be faster gathering, faster analyzing on whoever they're looking at, and whoever they're, whoever we know pretty much who, but there's probably a lot of who's that we don't know. So when you, it was the spider and the fly video that I really looked at McKinsey and Company, but the first time I really looked at McKinsey and Company was because of a different company. So I was talking to a friend, James, on here, and the cryptos are messing with my something. This is one of these, maybe this message might be a good one because it's been a real struggle today getting this message out. But anyway, I decided to look up McKinsey and Company. I'm thinking, do they have a quantum computer? I wonder if I could actually find that. And when I looked that up, I found none other than the company Quantum Black, which is the company that led me to McKinsey and Company in the first place. So what happened is I'd found Quantum Black by just doing a very initial research on quantum computers. And I was like, this company's strange. I don't really know what they're selling. Maybe they're selling nanobots. It's obviously data technology, but it's really vague. And so I truly believe now what it is Quantum Black is not necessarily a data company. It is the computer. I think it is the quantum computer. Brennan paid McKinsey and Company, who launched Quantum Black, the company, for data processing and all these things, $10 million in 2015. What do we know? 4 years ago, FBI contractors were paid, obviously paid, but FBI contractors were gathering information on Americans. So that's my take on that. I don't know if anyone else will have that take, because I don't know anyone else talking about McKinsey and Company and Quantum Black. So maybe, share with your buddies and say, wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. It all came back around. Look at that. So speaking of quantum computers, I am going to talk also now about, and there is an article about when the CIA, it's if you look up CIA hires McKinsey, 10 million for a reorganization project, that's Brennan. And it talks about that in that article. I had these articles for you guys, but no luck, because I have a major problem. So this article is called Living Robots, Machines That Eat, Mutate Like Living Beings, built by Cornell engineers. So this is really interesting. These robots are eating, decomposing, metabolizing food, and they also evolve. I have so much to say about this. I don't even know where to start. They're tiny. They're based on DNA. I think CRISPR is obviously involved in this because of DNA. It's a living organisms that are going to maintain themselves. They can. Remember the video I showed on the last one where the little nanobots were coming. They were assembling. Well, these are going. See, here's the thing: is we already knew this was happening. I talked about this already happening. But this is, this is it saying now that here's the article saying here it is happening. They're assembling themselves, self-assembly, metabolizing food. Well, I've talked about that, Flat Earth Revamped, in another video, AI from the Sky, or the AI that fell from the sky. Tesla Phoresis, that's what it was called. So these, are small enough that you could possibly make, artificial organs. And if you need an organ transplant, they could put them in that way, or maybe it's going to be in the food. But I think this is the way that you'll knowingly and willingly accept these things into your body. If it's going to make you healthier or better, or you need an organ transplant or something like that, and they can decay but they can evolve. And so if they're going to evolve, I think that's another way to push evolution in our minds as a real thing, which it's not. But they're going to say, well, these things evolved, and now we're putting them in humans, and now humans are evolving and having these extra abilities and longer lives and things like that. So then my mind starts going, okay, so this is like messing with our DNA. So, of course, demonic people are going to get behind it 100%. And it started me thinking, like, cyborgs, some people are going to want some of these things. Some people are going to be like, yeah, I'm all for it. And then it's going to probably become like a, are you going to be like the guy that goes extra and takes steroids or blood doping, and so you're going to have the extra abilities, and you're going to be like that guy that has super abilities, and all the rest of us are going to be like, I'm not on board with that yet. And possibly I decided that now coming back to Marvel again, because I think Stan Lee might have been onto some things, this led me to think of X-Men and mutants. And so you would have people, whether it's like the storyline exactly says, where they just, according to the storyline, these people already were mutants, and there was I don't know the storyline, to be honest. I just know that there's mutants, and it's a big political issue with non-mutants, and they don't want the mutants, but the mutants have these great abilities, and they're just people too, right? And they have rights. Well, they're already trying to give us, get us to feel things for robots, right? They want us to feel and love our robots or our AI. And so this is just the next step, right? I think X-Men is onto something. That it doesn't mean the mutants are bad. It's just they're the people that are going that extra step of technology, and they want to evolve. And then as you start to evolve, then you start finding a problem, and maybe the powers that be at the time are going to be like people like, no, we're against it, we don't want it, it's a bad thing. And the mutants are like, we're not bad people, we're not bad, we're great, allow it, we're people too, and they have their own school where they're doing something, I don't know. But is it going to be obviously an over? And I don't think it'll be quite like that, where it's this political standoff, but it certainly made me think of that movie. It's something I could look into, and I might do a deeper digging into it, I might not. It just depends on what comes of it. But that article specifically was about the living robots, and it definitely speaks to nanobots. It absolutely speaks to the vaccine I talked about in my last video of putting something that's small enough that it can assemble in your body and it being the ultimate mind control. If they can cross the blood-brain barrier, they can control your mind because they can do a signal with it, whether it's on a computer. Hey, Rebel. Whether it's on a computer, I don't think so. But I think that could be another 5G thing. They could signal to it like a satellite. And we know that they're already working on frequencies, changing our frequencies, messing with frequencies to their, however that works for them. And, that's how they would speak to our nanobots. That's how they would mind control us. So Aaron Anderson is here. I was going to say Aronson. Aaron Aronson would be a really fun name. So I want somebody to ask questions or anything. Talk to me. That's kind of where I'm going with it. It's more fun when I can bounce ideas off people. Welcome, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I know you, Joseph. I've gotten to know you well. Part of my team now. Part of the team. You should meet James Warbrock. He's on here too. He's also part of the team. James, you should. I said your name probably retarded just now because the R's got to me some reason. With all the mess up with my headphones. But anyway, I just got done kind of talking about the nanobots and how, I still think it would be a vaccine because not enough people would need, a new organ to get an introduction of these things. Of course, it would be in the food because it already is. Of course, it would be in the AI falling from the sky. Why can't they use technology to make catching fish? They probably do. I'm sure there's like some fish detector. Kamala, the Ugandan head hunter. Oh, no, she doesn't. Kamala doesn't have. Nobody has a chance against Trump. He won the first time with, against Hillary Clinton, which she had Hollywood backing her. She had the elite backing her. She had media backing her. She had so many people backing her that there's just no way. Nanobait might do it. There you go. But she had so many people backing her that there's no way she thought she was going to lose. She's wishing herself happy birthday in 2015 to this future president, and it didn't happen. So nobody really has a chance. He's either going to win again or they're going to put somebody in to follow him up, and he might only be there 4 years as a plan. And yes, I do believe that there is a bigger plan than really anyone knows, even, unless you're part of the Q team. So, yeah, I could talk about this stuff a lot, though, with the AI being self-assembly and all that. How do we defend against swarm bots? Well, there's a guy named Dietrich. Oh, James, remind me his first name. I just talked about him. Gosh, dang it. I have it on here somewhere. I don't know why some of these names are just so much harder for me to remember than others. Anyway, he's a physician that deals with these things. Now, I don't know what we're dealing with, and I don't know how much he knows what we're dealing with, but Dietrich Klinghardt, thank you. That Dietrich was his first name. Thanks. I like my background too. Anyway, I said in my last video, I thought that maybe some of the Morgellons is an older technology that didn't work. And so some people have these, it's kind of gotten horrific where it's growing out of them and doing stuff that doesn't make any sense. And it's because, I'm not sure that was the intention. I don't think that was the plan. I don't think Morgellons, the disease, there he is, Dietrich Klinghardt. I don't think the disease was a plan. I think the plan was to do, like I'm saying, to have this signaling and everything. And that was like the first wave. I know he knows how to treat that. I'm sure he's looked into this as much as I have to where he has an understanding if there's something more to it. But I don't have a treatment plan, but he does. And he's out of Seattle. He's on the internet. He's got articles. He's got YouTube. He's got his own website. So anyway, yeah, there's my crypto Q-drop quantum computer news. And I think it's pretty interesting. I get excited about it. And I hope you're excited about it. Do you think Morgellons could be activated remotely? Yeah, well, that's what I was just saying. It totally can be activated remotely, or it could in the future. I'm not sure if Morgellons can. I'm not sure. I'm hugely speculating on that because if I said, yeah, sure, I think it can because maybe that's why it's changing moods and causing depression or PTSD in some people. But then didn't, I think most of us eradicated it ourselves with our immune system. I think most of us don't have anything that they can signal to. And that maybe some people that are immunosuppressed do, but really all they're doing is it's growing. It's like a fungus. It's growing in them like a fungus, so it's consuming them. And so it's not really living symbiotically at that point. Now it's consuming, not the way that I would think that they'd want to, because these people are becoming ill. They're becoming low energy. They're, they can't get anything done. They're not going to go out and like the hive mind. It isn't anything. It's not making them, more of a hive mind personality. It's not making them not believe in it. It's making them totally believe in it. They're seeing the fibers coming out of their skin. So I think that was just a junk trial. I think it didn't work out. I think chemtrails are definitely, I made a whole video called The AI That Fell from the Sky. You might like it. And it talks about that. What's in the chemtrails. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything, right? It could be cancer causing agents, but which is why I talked in my very most recent video that wasn't live, the deep dig, that, if they offer a vaccine that everyone will get, pretty much everybody, it's going to be a prescription for cancer. It's going to cure cancer, and it's going to be full of these nanobots. I would love to go to the Wisconsin rally, but I'm in Montana, so I don't think I'm going to get there on time because I don't have money for a plane ticket. I'm going to Vegas in May, so I got to, save up for, I'm not a gambler. I'm going for a gold and silver numismatics convention, and I don't know if Urban Silver is still on here. If he's not, that's cool, but if he is, or my other silver stackers, it's May 17th through 19th, and it's a numismatics convention. It's going to be so nerdy. I'm excited. Nerd out on numismatics. What are numismatics, you say? You should watch my video called Why Do I Want MS-70 Coins? Plug. Shameless plug, it's my own videos. Oh, and by the way, I have the super chat function now. If anyone wants to use that, I don't have all my videos demonetized, but the ones that aren't demonetized are the ones that don't get the most views. And if they get a lot of views, they demonetize it for the first several days, and then they decide, oh, I guess it's okay. And then they monetize it when it must be an AI configuration of, looking at how many views you get in the beginning and how many views it's getting later. And it probably does that mathematical equation and figures out like, okay, this person gets them bulk views in the first few days, so we're going to demonetize, we being an AI, not a person, but it's going to demonetize for probably the first 3 days, and then it monetizes when really it's not getting that many views. So I get about 3 cents a day on a video. It's very exciting. I do put a lot of time and effort into it. I've talked a little bit on the last one. I worked on an article for 3 months before I did a video. My very, very first deep dig video, I spent 3 months researching one particular. Oh, thanks, Revel. It worked. You're awesome. Testing worked. I spent 3 months, not just on, it was one article I based a lot of information off, and then I had to go do a bunch of other digging. But that one article gave a lot of history. So that video, Who is Q, where I'm giving a history of starting in 1993, a lot of the history came from this article. And then then I was having, I was going to other places to find stuff and sifting through a lot of junk because of mainstream media stuff. And it was fun though. It was crazy once I finally understood the timeline, once I finally understood encryption keys. You could get crypto addresses to accept crypto. Yeah, you're right. I mean, crypto's not like a bad thing. I'm not trying to say that it's bad. I'm just saying I don't see a good ending for it. And who knows when that's going to be. Maybe China will change their mind and not do that. But it's the energy level. I do think it's bad because of how much energy it uses. I mean, the fact that you need the most powerful energy producing plant in the world, putting all of its energy that's produced into Bitcoin, then I do think it's bad in that way. Because that could be used for anything else. Anything else. But yeah, I mean, it's an alternative. For people paying, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I'd rather people want to buy gold and silver and talk to me more about that. And if you do, my email is ladyliberty@countermail.com. But, I put a lot of my websites all over the place. Having trouble with Patreon. Well, that's weird. I have no idea. But Patreon's not the only thing, I don't know. Why don't you email me? Because it's not like I don't know if there's other ones or not. I don't know how to deal with that. It's not like you just got to send me money though. I mean, we can, it's just, I appreciate the support. Just sharing the videos, talking to your friends about it. I mean, money is money. My main, oh, thanks. My main, oh, thank you, Jaded Z, for the cover charge. My main bread and butter is really in trying to learn silver and gold. And really what I want to do is get people into that, because I want, everybody should have the right to, you wanted the thing to get the silver bullet. Thing. What thing was that? Anyway, I think everybody, should get to learn about gold and silver. That it's just everybody's God-given right. This silver bullet, the 2-ounce one, I ended up moving over there being where my headphones don't reach, because I was getting so frustrated with my computer. But I got this new one. This is 2 ounces. I got a 2-ounce silver bullet, though. That looks like a 308 rifle bullet, and then a 45. I just want you guys to have knowledge about money, real money. So it's not Lady Liberty on Patreon. It's Lady Liberty. It's www.patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. So it's, my email is just Lady Liberty, but Patreon is www.patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17, because there is like a Lady Liberty, but that's not me. It's got to be Lady Liberty 17. You're welcome. And I thought I saw Karen in here. Was she in here? She's also part of the gold and silver team. Yeah, it's Lady Liberty's. Well, if you just go www.patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. Can you kill a werewolf? I don't know. Do you believe in werewolves? Because if you do, then you probably can. Oh, I know. I love to hold my silver. I do. I keep, oh, and I got a new Trump round. Okay, so it's the same. You guys have seen it. But this one is shinier. Like the other one is more scratched. And, oh, hey, James, now you can really see maybe how it's mirrored. I don't know. You are a werewolf. Well, yeah, there you go. Your picture indicates that. But anyway, the other one I had was a little bit more scratched on the sides. This one's a little bit nicer. So I sold the other one. And I kept this one. This one's shinier. Yeah, but this is my new one. This is my new one. I really like this. This company went out, the same company as this. This is the same company. Elementals, I think they're called. But yeah, look at that. I like that a lot. Yeah, let me go with my bullets. My real bullets. I got 10 of these, by the way. Just one of the 2-ounce one, because it starts to get pricey the bigger they get. They have like a 5-ounce one and a 5-ounce one and a 10-ounce one. But the 10-ounce one's like a shotgun, whatever you call those things. I don't really like it. I'm not going to buy it. But anyway, I gave you guys the news. If you want to email me, it's www. No, it's not. There's no W's. It's Lady Liberty Slugs. Thank you, Nathan. It's ladyliberty@countermail.com. I answer emails pretty frequently, but if you do email me and want to text or call, I will send a cell phone number at that point. That way I'm better about, yes, silver and gold is way better than crypto. Silver is better than bartering currency, than gold. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so about bartering silver, and yes, the reason it would be better is because it's less money, or, it's less value. It's a smaller value compared to gold in everybody's mind. So for smaller purchases like eggs and milk and things like that, you're going to want silver. But anyway, ladyliberty@countermail.com, www.7kmetals.com/Lady Liberty, and the patron is yes, 10th ounce. I have a ton of those. www.patreon.com/Lady Liberty 17. So there it is. And I don't got any more news. I don't have any more news either. I don't got or have any more news. I talked crypto. I talked computer updates. And so I'm going to go get my kids ready for bed. We're going to do our prayer together. Obviously, I need to pray before, because SHTF, when I was just trying to go live earlier, it was painful. Thanks for the super chats, those of you that do. It means a lot. Thank you. for being here. And I just, I need you guys. If I didn't even have anybody here, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be talking to anybody, obviously. So I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you who come. Appreciate all of you who check it out. I appreciate questions, and I love it. And yes, for praying with your kids. Do I have a business number? Like, yeah, it's my cell. Do you mind, if you're old school, do you mind emailing me and I'll give you my cell phone number and an email? It's ladyliberty@countermail.com. It is my cell phone number. $1 in the swear jar. I know, I'm trying not to swear. I know. Hey, yeah, well, Carmen, I appreciate you being here. And, I was trying to, I had a heck of a time. So I came on later than usual. Maybe starting at 7 is a better idea, or 7:30. But, you guys will tell me as it goes. And I appreciate you and I love you. And I'll see you next time. God bless. Pray for me because I'm praying for you guys.